Dibekeng tsa go feta bontsi ba rena re le ma Africa re bone gore there's been a lot of videos tse leng gore di circulate go social media tsa bana ba dikolo tsa go fapafapana ba leng gore ba bontshana gore go sekolong botse ba pulana re le fapha la shift. We decided to join the Yo TV anti-bullying campaign e leng gore tlo thusa gore nna le wena re le she bothata bo ba bullying.
And I go to the because it's about Mangli Mamalung, when I let somebody solo Akila Bula, or at least you want somebody about bully to somebody else. So, another campaigner and in support, Hopela Lena, Stella in Namdasaka, if you was Joban, Otate a picture with Telecona, Nendo Epalo, I'm not a silent witness. We posted on social media in support, Elendio Polisha, Kainga, Bakum Domazio, or Polisha Omne, please. Ungatuli khawuxelele omnye umuntu.
Yeah. Dipalopalo di bontsha gore 77.8 ya batho ba dula mo South Africa have been bullied, which is what we're talking about mo showing ya rena mamtla gore and now wena ha ba o bula ko mmerekong o bona jwang. Because o kra somebody o kra gore ba mfa mmereko o montshi or either nasa di mmereko and then bosega ya mkhuza e ba decide gore tsa keng na mo mmerekong mo ba mpula.
But at the same time ko mmerekong there's a thin line between criticism and bullying. Okay, somebody underperform. I often feel a task about no. Listen, task ki 2 weeks so you fetch. 2 weeks refitar no, as I fetch because I can na kwa feel later because you are underperformer. I can't perform. I fetch ara mo bullying. So to check out those differences.
Alright, mo tsoga njalo re la amogetse go nna no la shift lina la ka ke nna ka mo bombe ke tsapa re tla thabela haholo lina lo la rena la ka tseko le sale balang ha le batlo buisana le rena le ka jalo ka re phone la go 0839133720 o ka nya go Facebook na go Twitter @shift on SABC1.
Otherwise ko go must check it in the sky ndobani indoni wonderful enzeka I life yakho indoni zakwenzeka on what's on your mind.
Alright, what's on your mind? Let's go. Kemo le gore na le wena relation ka le tseleng gore experience ile in the morning or yesterday late maybe ba fetsa ngwana homework so ti se le gore no ka se sekolong o tshizoro.
Or anything.
Bula bo mistress ko sekolong.
O bula mistress. Because future
Magauta Junior or what's on my mind today is that I'm so surprised how people are complaining about getting jobs. Yes, people go to tertiary institution and have their diplomas and degrees, but that doesn't mean Mara from heaven. What I'm trying to say is after tertiary, I volunteered for 4 years without getting anything, but today I am working. How can you just wake up in the morning and think someone will say to you, you're going to work? Companies need people with experience. People should start somewhere, even the government departments. So my Africa amantle, let us wake up and do something and stop complaining. I love your show. It inspires me a lot. Keep on doing a great job. And then David Ure, what's on my mind is cricket. I wish luck to all the boys who are playing today against New Zealand. Are they winning?
They're getting there. They're getting there.
All right, and then
but
I think they're better than Bafana Bafana.
I didn't say it. All right, thank you, Brian from Malumina. Brian. Hey, Minjani Put.
Hi, I'm Jan.
Fukil. What's on your mind?
Mina ngavula hi strike leswi swi nga tata tiko ra hina ra Afrika-Dzonga. Ku ri swi fana strike mi ta kuma ku loko vanhu hi strike hi dinga hi sana nhundzu leyi nga ya mfumo leyi fanele yi pfuna hina mundzuku ka siku. Mi ta kuma ku vanhu loko hi strike hi rhanga va hisa swo fana titliliniki va hisa swibedhlele va hisa swikolo ni mundzuku fanele swi pfuna hina. And mali liya yi fanele ku maka swikolo leswi hi nga swi hisa hi leswi a yi fanele yi teka yi endla vukorhokeri lebyi hi vulaka byona. Sanda zama ku vona ka ku hi kwatile kumbe hi hlundzukile a hi zameni ku hi vulavurisana hi ku na tiko ma swi tiva ku hi ri kume hi ku vulavurisana madzolonga ma nge yisi helo. Sani ndzi vona ka hina hi dyondze ku fana sweswo hikuva swo vona sweswiwani a wini mandela va hise tliliniki leswaku vanhu lava nga hisa tliliniki mutswari wa vabya kambe mundzuku vana a fanele mutswari wa yena a ya ka tliliniki leyi a nga hisa yena n'wana wa kona. Swo fana swin'wana swa swi yisaka tiko ra hina a hansi se a swi lava ku hi kuma tindlela leti hi nga ti tirhisaka ku hi addressa swiphiqo leswi hi nga na swona ku ri hi nga solve problem hi create another problem. Ku teka timali ya vanhu lava va hakelaka tax ya maka tliliniki yaleyo masangu hi teka tliliniki ya nyika munhu loyi a strikela swo fana na mati gezi na swin'wana na swin'wana.
And it's a vicious cycle. uzama seba
ngaphandle masiko man'wana ku hi solve shi fane solve timhaka ta hindlela ya indlela leyi nga ta ya professional
ya indlela kahle ya professional ya
all right ka rin'wana hi so swan ani khani vona mahungu ko fana tole kuna ndhawu leyi va ri ku strike nga ku hi hala va Eastern Cape lo nga wishisi va ka ti va ku strike ku vi ku vitana ambulance mani n'wana nga pfukanga mara va ka ti ku va ambulance ti ku nghena ku va ka ti va ri ku strike man luyani unfortunately xikwembu hi lexi n'wi teke ma va ka ti loko va yo olova mani luya to va a hanyile ene ku hanya ka yena ku vuyela ka ndyangu wa yena sweswi vona ku luzekeriwa ka vana va yena va ku mali loyi a nga hlayisa vana va yena ku yena a ri source of income laha mutini
okay I can see le butne
non kesi
thank you.
All right, email I'm thinking about the contradiction between government and the basic education and higher education. The minister of higher education says we should take our own languages in universities, whilst the basic education does not fund language teachers anymore, but they do not fund, they do fund science teachers, which shows that they are not taking our languages serious from Leletu. Hey, tabaya language man. It's a bit because liko dikolong sometimes you kra Lily, how do you have an egg? Maybe you speed. My grade 12 maybe 64. You teach again to one because of a habai mistress bavenik. So you can imagine go university. And that's how most South Africa vele I get English in Africans.
No,
just saying.
Language ya business kaya kapaka English.
Yeah.
But the language is very important, especially from primary school, including high school.
Mara thoma ko ga ya ke Tando ore go Twitter ore what's on my mind it's Aaron's flawless skin utambisang in Tony Put.
Ngizaxolela ngiseka poster pha ku Facebook andizuyithetha ngoku mhlambe ndingathengisa into flawless skin. I woke up like this. All right, xa sibe breaking ke mntasekazi sabe sithetha nge-workplace bullying because yazi especially uba uyaqala usebenza, let's say uqala usebenza this year, xa ufika i-pressure ininzi, xa ufika sinini bathi jonga uzaphuma ngo-7 kanye ngo-8 ebusuku apha kufuneka u-impress kanti bayakubhulisha. How to identify i-bullying and how to deal with it xa sibuye.
Bullying is more especially all the money mo Spanish. On all what we learn about prayer, since you are more Spanish. The next thing, but don't treat like you are a junior. They make you feel that you are a junior.
We're talking about workplace bullying because yazi abantu abaninzi ingakumbi xa uqala emsebenzini ungakhange wasebenza ebomini bakho kukhona into ezininzi ezenzekayo sinini kuthiwa jonga khawambi kwenza iti or mhlambe le boss yakho immediate ithi khawundilandela i-dry clean awunaxesha lokwenza umsebenzi wakho xa kufuneka usubmithile umsebenzi mhlambe after 2 weeks bathi jonga awuqibanga incompetent utheni unjena belibele into yobana kudala bekubhulisha bekwenzisa lena le sometimes wakhe baxele nezinye izinto. In fact there's an email esifumene komntu uthi anonymous uthetha into enzekileyo and even an SMS esuka kuboss into ezothusayo. So we're talking about that namhlanje because yazi sometimes awukwazi ukwenza umehluko into yobana ndiyabhulishwa apha kari mhlambe ndiyacriticize because umsebenzi wami uslow kanye andikaqheli intoni ithini into silive ke ukwazi usifowunela 0839133720 or SMS ku 3720 shift@sabc.co.za email yethu and ungasifumana ke ku social media maqala shift on SABC1. kukhona ke igesi abahlukahlukineyo abadilishana nalento yobhulishwa ke emisebenzini. Owokuqala uthi yena jonga ndithetha yonke ndidilishana nayo yonke. In fact manginisa uprofessor kuqala prof yena or watseking I had to resign kombereko because wambulisha. Right abuthi
ngiyaphila futhi njani ngiyaphila.
Okay ndulele kara. All right and then Ricky bitsa happy aus dinewo leka uswaka kete ra khomogela ke.
Thank you.
All right thank you ngantulila mole. All right asniko leka uswaka rete ra leboga ka.
Thank you so
much. Shift yeah that's khatulo utsoko CCM ya ke re utsare ka fela CCM sinene hona le mathata ba re CCM ya ba mfetole o teng today o tla fetola ka ntate
re fanola re ka
reten how why khutile go morago utsare ka kena di ra go mogela kene bona o ditse kakwa
Ke thata. Is it not Tanda?
Tanda. What's Valele lighting? How? Mom Tanda, I'm Ted. All right. So right. So namgela nani eh. Bantu yazi indaba ye bullying ne, especially in the workplace. It's a very tricky thing. Sometimes you wonder, okay, maybe I'm really incompetent, or maybe I need to work twice as much to improve it. Or sometimes it's personal, but you think, maybe miracle because this is how it is. It's your first time. How do we define workplace bullying?
Workplace bullying, re ka bua ka gore ka pua Setswana re ke bo mo mafelong a bodirelo. Gantsi re le di commissioner tsa CCMA re mekamekana le yona mo tlase ga maemo a mararo. La ntlha o tla fitlhela motho a lebogile tiro. Ntswa a re a fa lebaka la go leboga tiro eo e le gore o tshwerwe ka tsela e leng gore o reteletswe ke go itshokela yona mo tirong, or the so called constructive dismissal. Ga ke se maka ka go nke lebaka le ke utlwileng o maka ka prof ka lona. Mo gongwe gape ke mo e leng gore motho o belesitswe mo tirong ke bathapi gore o kobilwe ke dismissal. That's a pure dismissal. Gape a ka tswantsa le mo tirong fela e le gore o tshotse makgwakgwa gona mo tirong a sa ka tlogela tiro a sa ka beleselwa mo tirong. Yaanong seo se bidiwa gore ke unfair labor practice. Ke gore o safara antse a le mo tirong. Yaanong mekgwa ya teng tota ke e mentsinyana. Ga ke itse gore re na le nako e kae re ka tlotla ka gone.
E re before o tswela pele ne re le fapha la shift re la tswela ka ntle ra ile go busha batho go trateng gore botse a re bolela ka workplace bullying bona ba bushang.
Bona se thoma go fitla moshomong etse ke re o salwa mathomo ba salo e moso mo go bona go thoma go fitla mo go bona ba go treata nke ba bereke ka wena ba go treata nke wene motho e leng gore ga o tsebe next wa bona ena ka gare ga lefase le nka re motho e leng gore ga o tsebe selo wa bona.
Hangata ha motho a simela ko merekong, I think the experiences tsa gore o bulliwe ke tsa gore mostly, especially how like a junior position, o sola gore your superiors ba etsa gore o etse that dirty work. They expect you to do the things they leng gore bona ba nyake o di dira ba.
And by a lot of us young people and it's hard to get, and so they just take advantage of it, and it's not really cool whatsoever. Bullying is more especially all the moncha mo Spanish. On all batho ba le rong ba greya since ba le mo Spanish. The next thing but treat like you are a junior, they make you feel that you are a junior, though you know you are a junior. The thing is, they be like telling you the channel go mad. You know what, ne? This thing is not how it's done. You don't know anything. Just go there and like follow us, look at us, what you do, things like that.
And it was the thing, like details of my thing now and then. Now go over if you got run to a better one, but if it's about the miracle and then when I work a position, even more.
I told to look more human, let's say you're being polite, and just because you look pretty or you look different, and it becomes a problem, and then they bully you, and it's actually not nice working in a workplace in general.
And there are different reasons why, because sometimes you can have somebody over threatened. I've been a bully so that either you resign from the department or from the company or we go department. Because okay, umuncha maybe unali degree, unali 22.
And over no
yeah, since abali diploma, unali 45.
Yeah. Or para smart. Yeah. And then we it's because of unali jealousy fela. You doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
It's because of ke boss ya ga nka gona gore go control mo sa o tla o tla roetsa so be se kuku.
Ke bona ntse dimela ne.
Yeah, I can because you see bullying is a very serious problem and inale a serious impact mo mmereko. Bullying e etsa motho gore a tshabolo go ya mmereko because o tlo etsa gore a feel very small, I feel incompetent, I feel nkare hanyakiwe mo mmerekong. So it becomes a place where o thaba go ya because now of these feelings that you'll be feeling. So yeah, and most of the time bullying e etsa ke batho who they themselves are incompetent and they hide behind the targeted person. and they bully that person. But most of the time it's because bona themselves, they're incompetent, they're inadequate, and therefore they hide behind that person. Yeah.
Professor, kwenzakaleni wena usesibani sakho?
Bengisebenza ecompany eyenza iplastic ePretoria. So uma ngisebenza khona ngisebenzele for iminyaka ewu4. Ngolunye usuku iboss yami ike yangibizele office layo. Mayengibizele office layo bekumele nginikeze warning form. So emva kwaloko wangangikhona unginikeza warning form, wasukuma wangithuka eoffice, wakhahlela amatafula eoffice ngaphakathi. Hayibo. Wangikhipha wathi angiphuma, wathi asafuna ukungibona ngaphakathi emsebenzini. Mhluze wangixosha kanjalo. So
attack personally kahle kathi makhahlela amatafula.
Mangikhahlela amatafula kanjalo ngaphakathi ngingaphakathi uyangithuka ngibiza ngamagama lapha amagama angemahle. Mase ngiphuma usangilandela futhi. Athi angisafuna ukubona la asangambe ngiyothatha impahla zami ngaphakathi. Mangiyithatha sengiphume efemini ngaphakathi uyangilandela, meqeda ungilandela uyangishaya. Ngomshaya ehlweni ihlo lami lalimala, ngaye emadoktheni ngayolokhuzana ngayo check ihlo bathi lilimele la ngaphakathi lelihlo leli. Alisakhona nokubona kahle. Mhlambe edeni nokubona sometimes kwesinye isikhathi lingaboni lelanga la kwa right. Emva kwaloko ngahamba ngiyovula icase ebargaining council le-CCMA. Ngavula icase ngayivula nase SABC. Mangivula icase mangifika lesifika naye lokhuzeni le bargaining council. Makumele ngihamba nemember ye-union. Makumele ikhulume bathi akufanele ikhulume, kumele ngiyikhulumele mina. Ngithi okay, ngizoyikhulumela. Mangikhuluma laphana ngiyacindezelwa yonke into mina, ayikho into yami nje okubalekile kanti mina olimele kuthiwa sokhuluma nge-unfairly dismissal. Ngesikhuluma ukuthi ulimele la. Sokhuluma nge-unfairly dismissal. Kushiwo khona le bargaining council. Khona ngaphakathi la kade singaphakathi.
So bafuna ukushintsha icase yakho bathi no asingakhulumi ngokuthi ukulimazile, akukhulume nge-unfairly
dismissal. Masifika lapha sekukhulunywa nge-unfairly dismissal. Mayikhulunywa basibona abelungu basi somkhokhela imali ye-unfairly dismissal, somkhokhela imali ya 3 months ngoba uxoshile. So ngiyithathe lo mali banginikeza yona ya 3 months because izinto zinzima, imali yadinga ku December nangaleso sikhathi nasekhaya nabantwana nayo yonke into. Emva kwaloko SABC icase ngilandelele udetective ngiyambuza ukuthi icase izani. Athi ungawari professor, ngizokwazisa ukuthi lokhuzane icase nini. Ama date mina ngizokufonela, ngizokubiza ecourt yo testify. Udetective emva kwaloko akasangifoneli, shuthi icase bayayirana bona ngale, mina ngazi ukuthi icase yarana. Sengizwa sekuthiwa icase iphelile ngaleso sikhathi. So emva kwaloko kwagcina icase iphelele private, mina ngingazi ukuthi icase yaphela because udetective akangazisi ukuthi kwenzakalani. Shuthi udetective ngathi ubesexhumene nabo labo lokhuzane abelungu bami abade basebenza.
Never keep it bribe ne.
So kwaphelela kanjalo icase ayazi nje
kwayindaba ephelela kanjalo. Ngazama ukubachazela ngana kwi-telisani ngabachazela ukuthi since uboss ngithuke kanje yangishaya kanje impilo yami difficult, angisakhona like mangibheka i-TV or mangihlangana nomlungu sengifile ngathi mina ngikho kwi-freedom country, like mangibona umlungu sengathi ngalwa naye, which is wrong ngoba mina since ngishawe ngale ndlela le. So noma ngibheka i-TV le sengibuka i-TV kunomlungu mhlawumbe othethayo like mangibuka isidingo ngibona ubhakho uyathetha sengiyaqala ngiyathuka wabo sekubuya le sekudlala le movie la kumina ekhanda. So kuba into enjalo, impilo ikanjalo.
Sino kingi ntwe efeletsang yetse gore motho a decide go ba bully ko mmerekong.
I wish those bullies were here today. Gore ba re botsa gore why ba re treata hampe so, because ke joinile this company, okay, ke berekile company for about 6 years. Unfortunately ka retrenchiwa. So luckily ke kera mmereko o mong after the retrenchment. It was a very junior position compared to what I've been doing before, but because ke sena mmereko I had to accept the post. Bale aware gore I don't have the experience for that type of position. It's too junior, but I will do it anyway with that little experience that I had. So bantsiya. Then the very same day we had the induction. Come on induction and you become a bit nervous. Hey, the HR lady are, oh, do you know what's your title? Then Gacho. Then from there you are reporting to so and so. Yes, I do. You are very okay, you should work hard because the type of person or as a filing easier. then you're like, oh my God, day one already ubutiwa into
And
SO.
ubutaki
And
HR
it's
kind of
someone
good, not even
from,
somebody
that is
from
why
the
I'm in a
department.
situation where I've given up on HR. I've given up on CCMA because at the end of the day, the pain is still there. Hausa it's happy because you have reported this case, especially because of the very same day induction. Then after that, 3 o'clock, that was the end of the induction. My boss, we knock off at 5. Then they gave me the laptop. First thing was, why did you get the laptop? No,
Ke
I feel
boss
like
am
yes,
answer.
I feel like about IT. Bring it. You're not supposed to get the laptop. You're supposed to get the desktop. Why? Then atome hunchika. Okay, now relax. It's only day 1. It will get better. It became very worse up until the other day, 2 weeks later. Company it was a new company, a very small company. Then I explained a little bit that I understand the company. Are you okay here? Okay, yes, I'm fine. Why? And then behind closed doors, so it's not, even the viewers when they talk about the age, it's not about the age. I'm an adult now. She's now 18 and all that. So you're like, okay, it's not about the age. And then in the work industry, how do I handle this? Do you think you oversold yourself at an interview because you're not giving me what I want? I needed the boom factor. Okay, yeah, company idira this and this and that. I'm febuka. Go home, go read this, and tomorrow come and tell me. I remember that day, kebadile like nobody's business. I hate reading. Going through everything with my daughter. Okay, let's do this together. Let's do this together. Then the following day, kaya, at 4 o'clock we have to sit, and the company bacha is like a 5. 4 o'clock we have to sit. Company idirang to what I read. Then 4 o'clock she was busy until 5 o'clock everybody was going home. I'm still busy, I will call you. 5:30 kaya go fishing ya high I'm still busy, I will call you. Then 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, my phone is busy ringing, my sister, everybody is concerned about me. Up until now, even my partner is starting to call, where are you? Then from there, 7 o'clock, I left that office at 9 o'clock. It was winter. I drove, drive around alone almost. I went home, I got home, it was around 10 o'clock. After I'm not giving her what I want. I should decide because I'm still on probation. Tell me what I should write. Tell me. I'm not impressed with you. The following day, unfortunately, the same outfit. Then it was a dress and a jacket. She took off the jacket immediately. Winter, remember? She took off the jacket immediately. Then, are you come? And guy running. I mean, you feel okay. I mean, really, do I really need? I mean, this lady is 5 years older than me. Yes, culture yaka kimopedi. Irrespective of the age, someone your senior, you have to respect that person. So I the phone number phone and cancel the meeting. Being denial that I am, casual as I am, I try to grab the pen from her desk to write down the phone. I don't know, go back and get your pen. You're not gonna use my pen.
It sounds like incidents in China to find out what eventually would okay. Tanda, this is shocking. This is shocking.
It's shocking, unfortunately, very common as well. Ngicabanga ukuthi njengama-bullies in general, kusukela esikoleni, abantu who bully others, they tend to zoom in at the time when you are at your weakest. And ngenkathi ufika emsebenzini yila uvulnerable khona impela, because uzama ukufunda, uzama ukubona ukuthi i-environment yala isebenza kanjani, and that is when most of the time then ingena khona. Kunento though eksebenzeni kwami with some of the people abadlule kuma experiences anjena engiyake nginotice ukuthi one kuba sengathi just because you junior you less of a person and you're not, and therefore ilokhuza indlela that you would normally treat ngayo umuntu okutreata ngaleyo ndlela even emsebenzini iya apply. Therefore, umuntu treat her like less of a person just because you are a junior. Then once again now amalokuza the way that you deal with situations anjalo bese uyayisebenzisa leyo ndlela. You stand your ground ukuthi sihlobo sami, you're not gonna treat me like that. Yes, umsebenzi.
You stand your ground with someone that you are so scared of, you respect that person, you look forward to this person to assist you. How do you stand your ground?
And also you don't want to be fired.
Thank you. You don't want to be fired. You've been at home for 4 or 5 months. You were not working after you've been retrenched. You just got this job. Wow, I'm going to do my best. How do you stand off your ground?
You know,
it will answer after a break.
Let's go straight to break. Please hold. Let's go to break.
Plus, if we go to Gala, experience is better than anything. When you have experience from wherever you come from, you get another job easily. Then just leaving without experience, it's not gonna help. So at least if you get experience from wherever you're going, there's something to go forward to.
As much as only a junior or only in a junior position, you have rights, because I think everybody only le scope of work something I see the. So I mean, you need to stick to whatever it is that you need to do, which is your responsibilities at work. You don't have to clean up after someone else. So I think mutu can take it up. There's always someone who can experience from 1, 2, 3, but end up accepting someone else because I'm in a junior position and I can't exactly say how I feel about it.
No,
I'd say work it out. Look, you're not always going to get the best boss in the world. Probably won't even get them ever. But there are reasonable people in the world, and they do take consideration and they do think about what they do or say. But if it's a very extreme case, then you need to really look at what you're doing. Is it what you really love, or is it what's putting food on the table? And make a decision from there.
I don't believe it. Why? Because of Spanish, I love Spanish. I will not do again. We do pusha. So if we are Spanish, you are there for when. I from Tomalora. You are there to make your job, get paid, support your family.
Never. I disagree to that. Like, do not leave that position. Like, I think the only makes you stronger. Like, you should learn from it, and then it should never bring you down. If you're gonna say something to me that's gonna try to bring me down, it's all because of hate and why you potential and you don't want to see me succeed. So it should only make me stronger. But don't you ever give up whatsoever.
Don't you ever give up until over in the situation.
The reason why basabu or basa reported the cases of bullying is because one, if so family so the best thing it's fine left gozo.
And also it's not a very attractive record how kubilwe from Meroko we learn America somewhere else, because the first thing how come ukubilwe our resign something happened and because only your side of the story, they might not believe you. Okay, starting a workplace bullying I'm trying to phone now even mhlambe experience enjalo I solve kakhle or mhlambe ngxaki 0839133720 or SMS kwitabble 3720 shift at sabc.co.za email address yethu and social media sikhona kuzo zonke shift on SABC once for many email ke ethi yona from anonymous. In fact ethi my bullies were my colleagues plus bosses. They would spread rumors about me that are not true. What hurts me is that HR didn't believe me and didn't defend me. I have attempted suicide because of the pressures working for the first time came with. I can't handle it. I don't know what to do. I failed to such a simple job, but it seems like I'm not good enough. And this is the SMS my boss sent me. ETK SMS yakona. You didn't finish that simple task I gave you. I'm so disappointed, especially since you could have worked later until at least 8 p.m. these last few weeks. You are stupid and don't think. I've since resigned, and this way, this was my first job after college, and I'm seeking help.
Sister,
as many nalesi because izinto ezingenzeka zimbili. I think sizwile nama clips la abantu amonye bethi hlala amonye bethi ayingahamba. Into empowerayo kulo umuntu osuke ebulishwa ukuthi one kube uyena othatha i decision kungabi ukuthi ufila like a victim. Ithi ngichaze lento engishoyo. Uma ngabe umuntu kunezinto la uthi khona okay the buck stops here. Uma ngabe kuyilento angeke ngikumele ukuthi ngenze ukuthi it's i-health yakho ngoba izinto ezinjengalezi zigcina zishaya i-health yomuntu you know nalo you know oqeda uku-SMS njengamanje ugcine eseba affected psychologically ugcina ungaba depressed uma ngabe usemsebenzini at the same time uyayidinga imali uyabona so wenza njani so engeke ngikusho ukuthi akube yi-decision oyithathayo ukuthi okay because of lesi simo whether ngiyayeka emsebenzini there will be consequences whether ngiyahlala kuzoba nama consequences kodwa imaphi engiprepared ukudila nawo ngoba either way there will be consequences uma ngabe ukuthi you look at yourself and even as a family woman or a family man you looking at yourself so irritable nasendlini they're not even enjoying le mali lena oyisebenzayo ngoba you are always upset ngenxa yezinto zasemsebenzini omunye would rather say you know what ngamane ingane zami zidla uphuthu nobisi every day but ngibe ngiphila there for them kodwa futhi at the same time ama situations ethu awafani omunye would say you know what kungcono ukuthi ngihlale emsebenzini lapho ke kubalekile ukuthi bese eba ne support system lowo muntu lowo ngoba yes cishe uzoya emsebenzini usuyalazi robot ukuthi if lizoba lingekho red li green if lingekho green li amber and therefore you go emsebenzini you know maybe you've even sat down with your bosses and said listen I'm not happy with this which is what I would really recommend ukuthi qala lapho you know because when you take that upper hand it helps you ukuthi out of the you know kungasona lesa sikhathi se confrontation that you just come as a first as an employee a new employee you sit and you're like you know I've been aware that you're not happy with my work can you please help me let me know what is it that you expect from me you know message like umuntu oyibully it will be difficult ukuthi abe straight
but they can easily say masuqasha musitshela ukuthi usenzani so why are you asking that question
you like no it's clear njengamanje I've worked for so many months and ngiyabona ukuthi you are not happy with my work now I want to make my work be as best as possible how can you help me now
so disempower about confront straight
yet confront just ngomsebenzi you making yourself being ukuthi uzehlise sort of ukuthi listen I'm aware ukuthi angakafiki kule level oyifunayo what can you help me how can you help me ukuthi ngifike kule level oyifunayo you know
I think what we need to do especially when we have regard to a situation ga prof we need to distinguish into ezithu prof followed the criminal justice route that's the first thing and kubonakala ngathi he has been failed by the criminal justice system and that's one part kuyo ke I think he's not sitting without options anganeke alandelele indaba like reporting the conduct of the police to an institution efana ne IPT sibone ukuthi bazayilandela up to what point that's the first issue but what is more disturbing ile issue ati at the bargaining council conduct ye presiding officer was unacceptable because ukuya ngaye now I think he's now having secondary victimization because bamvictimizile emsebenzini ufika la expect ukuthola usizo and what happens is it just worsens and that particular presiding officer really I don't even think he really executed the mandate of the people who have given him the job. I think you should lay a complaint and because councils are run by our general secretaries and you need to follow it up to the highest level possible before you escalate it. But Usis Dineo says she's now despondent about institutions as far as CCMA. But I'm not sure what your particular circumstances were or what your experience in the CCMA was. But we need to also understand one thing, especially abantu abasha abafika emsebenzini who are new. It is a whole new world. You've never been employed before. Into yokuqala ufanele ube sure ngayo. You need to take that induction session if bayayenza. You need to take it seriously. you need to look at the policies that are there, because the environment yasemsebenzini governed by policies. Look at those policies, because those policies could also be intended to protect you against the harassment, the victimization. Of course, if victimization and harassment, bullying, ends with the top guy in the company. For example, somebody who owns the company in that plastic manufacturing environment. So you can't use the policies ugu complainer, because he's above those policies usually.
He's the person to report at the last point.
But sometimes you are being harassed, bullied, and victimized by your peers. And those policies are there, they will protect you, because you need to follow them. Because the employer will never be able to assist you if you do not report these things through the formal channels that
If you
exist.
do not report, in fact, Sibusiso, Sibu.
Hi.
Yebo.
Hello. Yeah, Sibusiso from Davidson.
Yeah.
No complain on your shop, la West Lifestyle, Pinoni, Grand North 32. Even then, there was a friend of mine who attended a hearing. And the mother you attended the hearing, hearing Yahamba, like that. And my friend, I'm Puma, but there was it was Yamshire. And to prove that hearing, she made video, and I'm report, and from Gala to the airshot, you up in Navan to the winter. Ukiela tonto kutu atazi, anapesha nomba hivi, and the Xanta Kasavanti ba attend the hearing. Never the best stuff is here, because about this now, about Sayana.
The report is Busiso.
Yeah, the report is like Israel, a police state, Lendabale, Mara, Siamaza, and put the capable yan. Angapatala, la Mapita, the CMA Bella Gaita, because the CMA has a pillow never seen. We have a patala.
Yo.
We are willing to come to you guys with the bring it down, because we have abused emotionally and physically.
Yaza senzeka so Sibusiso like ubaba esomanje ukuthi you need to report it at a higher level. I think the situation here, if Epinoni amaphoyisa awasizi ne-CCMA yasepinoni awasizi, you need to take it to another level. So leave your numbers lapho. I'll personally find the numbers as higher, especially for the professor as well. What do you then do to report the cases outside the region now, because you can't sit and say siyasaba because you know ukuthi bakipana bafakana lema bribe because bafuna ama cases anyamalele kanjalo, uyabona? Yeah, tell us your number wakho.
And the any interview yenzakalala phaya. Like the muntu yasinjani. Yabona like masika kubona ukuthi like ngibopita isimo. Uyabiza nawe aside. Asifuna ukuprise from kanikazeni. And it's not good to have dala yenza lento le. Nama isikhathi wakhe amamanenza wakhe uyawa abuse wona okhithi uyawashaya phambi kwethu.
Akahloniphanga kakhulu, especially kunane video and behavior kanje. There's so much evidence.
Nani video credit shoot everything yenza la disebenzini kuma meeting or in. Siyamshutha simrecord nama video we have proof. Lo muntu like uracist and akumzala
Okay, sizothilana nesibusisi. Thanks for the call.
Nyiko, mfuna sidefine i-role ye-HR. And
or in fact, in advice to anybody what do they do?
Because obviously, I'm Facebook messages, it's people complaining which have been to HR, but HR ends next, or either HR maybe site and neposium. So ECP stepping is tata if HR need.
Okay. Firstly, I think what needs to happen, it's so unfortunate that sometimes the HR is not able to assist a person who's been bullied. But what usually happens is that in the workplace, HR is supposed to make the workplace a very comfortable and safe place for everyone.
Right.
So I like the point that people need to take induction very seriously. And this is what I encourage young people, especially when they get into the workplace, is that the disciplinary codes and the policies and the grievance policies, you need to know those things, because that govern you and that help you to actually be able to take necessary steps. And lack of information really does kill us. We need to know what are the steps that we need to take if HR fails me, if management fails me, then you go to other bodies like your CCMA, your labor law,
But
and
keep
things
on
like that. Unfortunately, because we live in a country where bribery and corruption is a problem. We understand that. So you might end up, you know what, bullying, it can be a case where it can be sorted, it cannot be sorted. At the end of the day, it has a negative impact whether it's sorted or not. Because even if it's sorted, you are left in a situation where you are bruised as a person.
I like what Utanda said, Uguti. Look at the consequences, Uguti. Are you prepared to uhlala la msebenzi in uze ufe because iposi yakushaya, or are you prepared to leave and expose lo muntu lona naye uyothola umsebenzi somewhere else? Because at the end of the day, izo stressa wena. We're out of time. Thank you so much.
Okay.
I hope we managed to save a life today.
Before you
Alright,
really-
have you ever been bullied in the workplace? And 92% yenu, but yes, and only 8% but you know. Can you see how rough it is? 92% yabantu but yes, we've been bullied in the workplace. Yeah, ne? I don't know really. Otherwise, we've got we've got shifters on the move. Abasebenza izinto from Hammanskral, Romeo and Juliet.
Shift, SABC Education and PC Training and Business College are giving away 10 full bursaries worth over 250,000 Rand. The bursaries include qualifications in higher education and training, as well as technical and vocational education. For over 25 years, more than 130,000 learners have put their trust in PC Training and Business College to learn the skills to succeed in today's workplace. At PC Training and Business College, students receive most of their study material preloaded on nifty tablet PCs. All campuses have free Wi-Fi. SMS now and make your dream career a reality. This competition is brought to you by PC Training and Business College. Your future is in your hands.
Your future is in your hands. So put your name. How many bursaries is PC Training and Business College giving away? Is it A, 3, or is it B, 10, or is it C, 5? SMS shift your name and say name to and answer to 33720. SMS is 150 fela.
Namhlanje ke rena le bo Cecily Buti kwa ke re bo Cecily Buti ba tsong ga Maskeral ba re now we shift too much. Now we shifting in a very different way. Re shifta ka art, my darling. Dumela. Le kae? So let's theater ko ha Maskeral. Khole so okay guys. Are we ka I know gore kona Phesi kona Victoria, but we pizza rorisang, we pizza
Rorisang le Julie. Instead of Romeo and Juliet, Rorisang and Julie.
Okay. It was something names atlileng because are current. For instance, Rorisang is a common name of today.
Yeah.
So it's easier to remember, obviously, for Wanako Kasi, especially Township Rorisang. And Julie, Haikatala li Juliet. Mara, obviously, go Township Haikatala Juliet. Juliette. So, because K adaptation ya Romeo and Juliet. So, Rira, funky catchy, it still sticks to the R and J theme. So Rorisang and Julie.
But why le concentrate la gagolo ko sekolong? Is it something elong gore ba e bala?
Yeah, it is something elong gore ba e bala ko dikolong because I remember na ke rile Romeo and Juliet ko grade 10 and then some schools they still do Romeo and Juliet go grade 12 or whatever grade. So re focus itse mo dikolong because it will be a fun way to learn ka yona. Kaskasi like yeah.
So go tla se batla gone gopola re vela Rorisang wirile so Romeo tla so.
Exactly.
So and then what did you mang the adaptation na yona what did you mang?
Adaptation was done by Paul Mojaji.
Paul Mojaji is the dancer.
The choreographer.
Okay.
The Paul Mojaji.
The Paul Mojaji. Who actually has been here quite a few times.
Yeah.
So Kiena I adapting because obono gore iteng the talent ko township. There definitely is but babaka konang to carry this forward. As you know, the To Dream Foundation yahe.
Yeah.
So aba kheta batho and then he loved the idea of education. And so he adapted.
And then Victoria azanga le tsoga hore maybe lena azanga le ra theater go maybe professional go state theaters ne but ke mo tsantse le this display and actually perform it go dikolong.
No, I don't think Rutuhilo because I think to alone really excited to experience and to explore as well. Most of us nersite lor theater so I'm just learning kayona through this process. Yeah, Rorisang and Julie is fun because now you get to know what they do in theater and actually do it without the professional training and whatever. Yeah.
And knowing at the same time gore o ira yona e le ba irang go
Eh, yona e ba irang.
But go jwang go sebetsa le batho? Because I understand go le sebetsa le batho le bang.
Batjha ke batjha.
Ale pulane ne? Gona o pula ngo mo.
No, not at all. In fact,
just checking.
Dare to dream ke blessing. I want ke tshegofatso engwe e serious because gona le a lot of respect e rutiwang because ke leaders who Dare to Dream Foundation, so gona le a lot of respect. Ya gona mathata, it's just mucha ke mucha wa gola o experience dilo tse different. It's re thusane mo re ka kgonang, but otherwise it's actually fun. Go monate.
Yeah.
And we're actually lucky to get batho ba eleng hore ba honest, you know, someone o eleng hore if something as some tshwara pila kono tla mo wena a re ntho e so a yang tshwara pila, and then you make up so that absolutely kono bereka pila as one unit.
As one unit. Okay, thank you so much and all the best, ne? All the best. But no, one of the tracks from Rorisang Lijun. All right, next on Shift, Crimes of Passion. Yazi ba umuntu uyamthanda utomthandisise boqoma jonga uba ngaba andizukuheva mna omnye umuntu akuzukuheva ndiyakuhambisa apha emhlabeni. Crimes of Passion, very hectic. All right, are shopping khe. Yeah.
Take my hand, take a breath, pull me close and take one step. Keep your eyes locked to mine and let the music be your guide.
Won't you promise?
Now won't you promise me that you'll never forget
we'll keep
to keep dancing wherever we go next? It's like catching lightning, the chances of finding someone like you. It's 1 in a million, the chances of feeling the way we do. And with every step together, we just keep on getting better. So can I have this dance? Can I have this dance?
Take my hand, I'll take the lead, and every turn you'll be safe with me. Don't be afraid.